What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of Draft to Glory. In the last episode I did the League 1 draft. We only got 8 League 1 players the whole draft. It was embarrassing, to be fair. One of the most asked things in that draft and the one before that was for a highest rated players draft without considering chemistry links. So we're going to do that today. So it is going to be called the highest rated draft. Bear in mind, it's not going to be like a 195 or 196 or anything, most likely. It will probably be like a 92 or 93 rated draft, but with low chemistry. With that being said, guys, if we could smash a thumbs up. The League 1 draft has been up for less than an hour and is already on 2k likes. Let's see if we can actually beat 2k likes in 1 hour, and we will go on to today's draft. So, because we're going for high rating, let's go for the 4-3-2-1 because it's going to give us left wing, right wing, not left mid, right mid. And we start with, whoa, I mean, that's not a bad way to start it. Robert Lewandowski, 98 rated. If we get the same rating as the highest rated, I will pick for chemistry. So, oh man, I mean, this is a great start. This is a great start. I mean, obviously for chemistry, it would be smart to pick Marco Reus. But picking 98 Ronaldo and 98 Lewandowski off the bat is very, very nice. And then last but not least, we get Willian. So that is not too bad at all. A pretty decent trio up front. Now, what I was interested in, dudes, and I don't know, this time around, I'll just pick the highest rated players and put them in position highest rated. But I don't know if people wanted to see just the 11 highest rated players. Because if I just did the 11 highest rated players, I might have like 3 more left wingers and strikers to put in the team. If you understand what I'm saying. Like, I'll show you when we get to the point. This time around, we are going for Cesc Fabregas. Now, that is not bad, because Fabregas actually gets a strong link to Willian and helps us massively. And then we get Nainggolan, who doesn't help, but isn't bad. But this is actually a nice team. Fabregas, the only bad player in the team. And we also get Henrik Mkhitaryan. That is a solid start. Sure, chemistry isn't the best, but it's not the worst. And this is gonna end up being a really, really high rated draft. I'm not gonna get 100 chemistry out of this. Oh man, that is. I mean, he even links with Nainggolan. What is life right now, guys? Why can't I get these players when I try to draft properly? This is crazy. Next up, here we go. Here's our bad one. Oh my god, it's not even bad. We get Alderweireld, who gets a soft link to Nainggolan, who actually helps massively for chemistry because it pops Nainggolan up to 7 instead of staying on 4. Alternatively, if we get another Premier League centre-back, we're going to be in great shape. Oh, wow. I mean, he doesn't fit the team per se. But this is alright, guys. Who do we get for right back? Carvajal. What I'm tempted to do is do that. And do that, and that puts us up to 71 chemistry. Please be team of the season lorries, please. Oh, it's a silver player. So here I have 2 74s to pick from. Neither of them are actually helpful, so we'll go with the Calcio A guy just in case. So off the bat, guys, okay, chemistry's not the best, but that team is pretty damn good. Everyone is on at least 4 chemistry except for Ronaldo. If I could get 98 Messi, I guess, to put a striker. So this is where I'm interested. Oh, that Khedira is big. This is where I'm interested. So, do I play Khedira just over Nainggolan? Well, yes, I guess so immediately, right? Because he just works better. But you see how Nainggolan is higher rated, for example, than Carvajal. Do I play Nainggolan instead of Carvajal? Do I go for just the highest rated players or the highest rated players per position? Because it's going to make a huge difference to the overall team. We'll take Gabriel Jesus. He is the highest rated as well. Next up, we have got Gareth Bale's nice. And Gareth Bale obviously is 91 rated, is higher rated than Willian. So Gareth Bale goes in there. I can't get anyone that's going to go there, can I? There's no 98... Oh, Suarez. Team of the season, Luis Suarez, is the only player that's going to really help for chemistry. Wow, that 97 Neymar. See, now do I play... Again, do I put Neymar in here? Do I put Neymar in here? Do I put Neymar in here? Or do I just leave Neymar on the bench? This team is going to be ridiculously high rated, by the way. We have got some incredible players. And we get another winger. Although Torre would be better, we've got to take the highest rated. So Di Maria goes in there. He's not higher rated than Gareth Bale, of course. Other than Carvajal and the goalkeeper, this team is massive for rating. Imagine if we could actually get the chemistry as well. What do we get here? Bauman, 88 rated. He doesn't link with anyone, but he's better than the silver dude. And then we'll throw Neymar as the first player on the bench. This is a big, big, big team. Come on, give me a good defender that's actually going to work for chemistry. Wow. Wow. Team of the Year PK. How about that? That does help for chemistry massively. Like, really massive. Well, not massively, but no one is less than 4 chemistry again, except for the 2 wingers. But we can get those on 4 chemistry with the manager. We'll go for the next player. I don't even know if there's anyone higher rated than I can really get in. I mean, Pepe's not bad, Paul. Pepe's not high. Pepe's higher rated than Carvajal again, but obviously it doesn't fit. But this team is going to be absolutely humongously rated. And we get another... See, now, Ozil is higher rated than Fabregas. So this actually crushes our chemistry again. Actually, it doesn't hurt it too bad. Ozil is better than higher rated than Fabregas. So that's another 90 rated player in there. Our lowest rated player is Carvajal at 83. Bauman at 88. And then 2 89s. And we've still got 3 big picks to go. This team's going to be a mess to play with, right? You understand that. It's going to be a nightmare. Look at that. Another 88 rated player. Let's get 89 Di Maria on the bench. This could be a not a 193. This could be a 93 rated squad quite comfortably. Let's see what we get for our last 2 picks. I'm telling you, dudes, only Team of the Year Suarez is going to really help with chemistry. Isco doesn't fit into the team either. Let's see what we get for our final pick. No one massive. So we'll take Sahin. So, after all is said and done, we have got quite a big team. Nainggolan and Alderweireld, neither of them finish on the bench. They are both finish on the reserves. That is a big team. Now, this will be a true test as to whether or not players are usable in this kind of behaviour with chemistry. I just want to take a look briefly. I want to show you guys. So I really, really need a La Liga manager. I think it's important to get a La Liga manager, and we didn't get one. The Portuguese manager takes up to 63 overall chemistry. Argentinian has no growth. Italian Calcio A guy also up to 63. The Bundesliga manager takes up to 65, and the Turkish manager stays on 62. We're going to take the Bundesliga 2 manager because the 3 Germans in the team. Now, what I want to show you guys is, I want to show you this. I'm going to go and get this from Foothead. So as you can see on the screen right now, dude, someone like Ronaldo right now on 65 team chemistry and 3 individual chemistry actually takes a relatively sizable stat decrease. He loses about 5 or 6 in every attribute. It still means that he's actually a phenomenal player, right? He's still a very, very good player. When we also look at Lewandowski, he only loses 1 or 2 stats in each area because he's on 4 chemistry, which means if I did put him up to 5, he would be base card stats. He'd actually gain some stats. So anyone that's on 3 chem loses around 6 stats. So Bale and Ronaldo are going to take a little bit of a hit. Anyone on 4 chemistry is going to take 1 or 2 stat loss. So Godin, Lewandowski and Mkhitaryan are going to take a tiny stat loss, and then anyone on 5 chem or above is going to have stat increase. So the goalkeeper, Ozil, Khedira, Alexandro, PK, Carvajal, they are all going to have really good stats still. They're going to have nice stat increases. And then, of course, as you know, the players on the bench get what is basically base chem of 5. So we can bring on Neymar and Di Maria, likely for Bale and Ronaldo, because with lower stats, we'd probably get a nicer boost from those 2 there. And then we could bring on... Everyone else is on 4 or above, so that after that, it's kind of like whatever you like. Maybe Perisic, Isco or Willian for Mkhitaryan, and that will be how we run this draft. So this is the team, guys. I don't expect anything out of this. If I go out in the first round, so be it. I'm going to give it my best shot. Hopefully the gameplay is clean and smooth so I can get some nice games in. I'm going to give it my best try. Hopefully we can just make it out around 1. But this is the team. Let's get into the action. Okay guys, as we go into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a 191 squad. A very nice team indeed. 99 Ronaldo, Messi and Suarez up front. Sorry, mine went blank there. Team of the year, Sergio Ramos. Felipe Luis, the man of the match, Pepe. Pretty good La Liga team, of course. And apologies if you can hear in the background someone talking. It is the person that I'm playing against. I think after the second goal, as we pop the penalty in the back of the net there, I think after the second goal he switches his mic off, which is obviously pretty good. But a good game to him anyway. I got a message after saying that it was his brother playing and he's a fan, so I don't know if it was his brother playing or if he just didn't want to, you know, accept the defeat. But we go 2-0 up with Robert Lewandowski, and then a very nice free kick into Cristiano Ronaldo here. Ronaldo heads the ball past the goalkeeper and we go 3-0 up. It wasn't all bells and whistles for me though. My opponent did eventually pull one back. A little bit of a mix-up in the defence from me. Ronaldo pulls the ball forwards. You can see look at the player I'm controlling on the mini-map. I don't know, like I literally don't know where I am. I don't know what I was doing. I wasn't looking at the screen. I know that's an excuse. But if you go back 10 seconds and look at the mini-map, you can see the player that I was controlling was just a million miles away. When he scored the second goal to make it 3-2, I had to step my game back up. I can't remember what I was doing that was taking my mind off of the actual game, but I eventually got back through with Robert Lewandowski and made it 4-2, and that was all she wrote for game number 1. So a comprehensive victory in the first game and good game to my opponent. He definitely played very well indeed, actually. We go through onto the second round, and as I said earlier on in the video, dudes, I would just be happy with at least qualifying off the first round. We come up against a 188 team: Sanchez, Martial, Ozil, Isco, Iniesta, Mkhitaryan, Smalling, Walker, Piqué, Marcelo, and Asenjo. Not a bad team, not a great team. You know, Iniesta, Ozil are going to tire very, very quickly. And it was actually a defensive error that gave up the first goal here. Ball comes in the midfield, I steal it off of Iniesta. Gareth Bale gets the ball, Lewandowski into Ronaldo. Ronaldo shoots and scores, and we go 1-0 to the good very, very early on in the game. On the stroke of half-time, or sorry, just after half-time, my opponent picks up the loose ball in the midfield. Mkhitaryan plays it through to Cristiano Ronaldo, who shoots from a very, very short angle. But you know what low drivens are like, bros. He still manages to pop that one in the back of the net, and it's now 1-1. Not the end of the world. I'm playing good FIFA with this team. It's surprising me, this team. You know, I showed you guys how the stats were working and stuff. Of course, these players are still good players, and they were still performing good. I got a little bit lucky there to get the ball with Khedira, but Khedira hits the ball from basically the exact same angle that Cristiano Ronaldo hit it from against me down the other end of the field. I then went and made it 3-1. Mkhitaryan here, some great little skill dribbling, a nice stop and turn inside, a nice stop and turn outside. He threads that one through to Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo steps inside the defender instead of, I guess he expected me to go outside and hit it to that bottom left corner. So I stepped on the inside and finessed it to the far post to make it 3-1. And it wasn't too long before I made it 4-1. Ronaldo goes through on goal. Couple of ball rolls past some defenders, gets in behind, evades the last tackle, and then finesses that past the goalkeeper to make it 4-1. There was still time for one more goal from my opponent. He gets the loose ball here on the halfway line. Chris Smalling threads that into Ronaldo. You can see again, the player I'm controlling is not moving. I again stopped playing. I don't know what was going on during the time that I was recording this gameplay, because in game 1 and in game 2 I stopped playing for periods of the game, and I literally, like, you might think, well, you only just played them. I didn't only just play them. I recorded all of this videos yesterday, and I'm recording it today that you're seeing it. So this is a couple of days old footage, or a day old footage for me personally. Into the semi-final, we come up against another pretty interesting team. Everyone's getting Ozil these days. Not exactly a super team there. Really very basic linear defence. He's got a common CDM. He's got Ozil, who's not ideal, but then he has got De Bruyne, Lukaku, and Sanchez with Yaya Toure as well. So, of course, I still had to try my best, and it was the Mkhitaryan show in this game. Mkhitaryan tries to thread it through to Ronaldo. It falls back to Henrik Mkhitaryan. He drills it across the goalkeeper. And we go 1-0 up after just a few minutes in the game. And it is deep into the second half where we got another goal. Gareth Bale shields and shields and shields, plays it into Ozil, Ozil to Ronaldo, Ronaldo to Lewandowski. Lewandowski, great bit of dribbling there, finds Mkhitaryan, Mkhitaryan shoots, Mkhitaryan scores. and that put me up to 2-0. But just like the other two games, there was lots of goals in this game. I lose the ball in the attacking third there to Yaya Toure. He plays it through to Laurent Koscielny. Koscielny into De Bruyne. Plays it through to Mertens. Mathieu Flamini here sends it back into Dries Mertens. Mertens into De Bruyne, and he shoots and scores a great goal. I actually remember saying out loud, what a goal, when he scored it. He then proceeded to dab and watch all the replays, which kind of set that fire alight inside me again to try and do better, and we eventually did do better from a corner. Diego Godin was there to put the ball in the back of the net. So 3-1 into the 90th minute sends me through to the final, guys. I genuinely can't believe I made it to the final with this team. I did not expect it at all. As I said, guys, I would have been happy with just getting through the first round just to see that we could get a win. But a nice big 3-1 win, and that sends us into the final. Now, not only was the final my most difficult opponent and a very, very good player, he also had the best team, in my opinion, of all the 4 teams we faced. A 190, but 98 Hazard, 97 Ibra, 91 Pogba, 90 De Bruyne. Team of the season, Alderweireld and Felipe Luis. The team of the group stage, Diego Godin, Hector Bellerin, that informed Mane with 99 pace. It's a very, very well put together team. And let me tell you, my opponent, dudes, was very, very good. He knew how to play the game. He understood the game mechanics just as well as I did. And it came down to the fact that he just outplayed me in this game. He got a bit lucky with his goal there. You know, I defended it quite well. That he took the shot on the weaker foot of Hazard that hit the goalkeeper and went in. But there was nothing unlucky or lucky about the next goal. Hazard into Ibra. Ibra back through to Eden Hazard. My defence is all at sea. He just sweats it across. And Cristiano Ronaldo, who he subbed on, is there to put that in the back of the net. And that was quite a nice goal, but I think his third goal was probably the cleanest finish of them all. I gave the ball away in midfield yet again. Felipe Luis intercepts, plays it through, and it eventually gets to Eden Hazard. A beautiful little bit of a stop dribbling there, and then a low driven from the top of the box. Eden Hazard is just a great player. You know what I mean? That 98 Hazard is just really, really good. I was still in the game. I was creating some chances. Not enough really to get properly back in the game, but I was creating some opportunities. I did eventually get a goal with Robert Lewandowski, and it was a nice finish from Lewandowski as well. I did have one really good opportunity to put it back to 3-2 just before my opponent made it 4-1. And I thought maybe at 3-2, you know, the nerves set in for my opponent, and I managed to get myself into back into tying the game. But another just fantastic goal. Another fantastic goal there. No complaints about the game, the goals or anything. My opponent was just very good. He outplayed me on the day and managed to beat me 4-1. But I was happy with getting to the final, guys. A great performance from the team that we had. It was the highest rated team that we could possibly have drafted. This, though, is going to be the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the packs. So, guys, to my surprise, we made it to the final. We lost in the final. My opponent was a very good player. He completely outplayed me, to be fair. He broke my defence down several times. And I lost focus, I think, at 3-0. I could feel myself losing interest in the game. It's a big problem I have. Like, I give up so easily when I am a few goals behind. I start getting frustrated and rushing my own play. But that's not to take anything away from my opponent. He outplayed me. His goals are very, very good. You know, that 98 Hazard is devastating. I've got him. I use him. I love him. You don't realise how good and how OP a player is until you play against someone who knows how to use a player. So credit to my opponent. He absolutely wiped the floor with me in the final. But I got to the final. I really didn't expect myself to get to the final, man. I thought I'd get knocked out in the first or second round. It's a really good team. It played really well. You know, Ronaldo was just a superstar. You know, he lost stats, but he scored all the goals. I think Lewandowski got a couple. Mkhitaryan got a couple in the semi-final. I think Godin got one at one stage, but Ronaldo was just the star of the show. Gareth Bale, by the way, guys, as you could probably tell this year by the fact that no one uses him, is trash. I don't know what it is about him, man. Last year, he was so overpowered and so effective. This year, he's just utter garbage. He just gets bullied off the ball for a dude who's big with good physicals. He does it his shooting is horrific. His control is it feels like he's got no agility. He wasn't very good, but that wasn't why I lost. But a final performance, guys. As I say, I'm more than happy with getting to the final and losing. What do we get as a reward? A Jumbo Premium Gold Pack and a Premium Gold Players Pack. So, based on how expensive players are right now, we should be able to generate our 15,000 coins back. We're going to get ourselves Andrea Pirlo to start things off. 82 rated. So, we'll send these dudes to the club for now. What have we got here that's worth anything? Hawk Chemstar is worth a little bit. Not crazy amounts, but a little bit. Perlo's worth a little bit. And loads of duplicates. I mean, we'd make some decent money off of that pack. Maybe like maybe 4,000 or 5,000 coins. So unless we make 10,000 coins from the Premium Gold Players pack, we might not have made money this time around, which is hilarious considering the times where we go out in the first and second round, we end up making like really good coins. And then the time where we go out in the final is very possible. Okay, so we've got 283s in here, and one of them a transfer as well. That should be enough to generate the coins back. So 4,000 for Gamero there, and probably at least 4,000 for Valero as a transfer card as well. I know it's the same league still. Yeah, we're looking at 4,000 for Valero as well. I'll pop him up for 4,500 and see if he goes. And that means that we have generated profit this game, which is this draft. Not too much, maybe like 3,000 or 4,000 at most. But profit is profit. And that, dudes, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.